My part of the story is about growing up without a fatherly love, which every child would have wished or can wish to have. That day when he came and found us there, he was so angry. He was very angry. He told us that I told your mom that I wrote him a message. I told him, please never even, don't ever look for me. Don't even count me as one of your children. I'm not your child. You have other children. Me, I'm not your child. And if anything happens to you, tell your family members to never tell me, to never contact me and tell me. I was angry. And then, as a single mom, she really suffered. I owe that woman big. Like, she suffered with us. Yeah. When men divorce their wives with their children, or when someone impregnate you and refuse to take responsibility, they think that this child will never grow up.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I would like to welcome you again to It's My Story. Today we have our friend who is going to share her story. We'll learn more from her, we'll learn a lot. So without taking long time, let me give her time to say something. How are you, love?
Hey, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. How was your day today?
My day was great. How about your day?
Always good. Busy day, but everything is fine. Yeah. So, Laham, you're welcome to It's My Story, and thank you for allowing us and to allow to share your story. It's really, really amazing, and we are really happy for that. So, please, can you tell us who you are, like something about you?
Thank you, Jill. Thank you for giving me this chance also to share my story. It's something that I've been really looking forward to. My name is Rahab and I'm from Kenya, and I would love to share my story, my childhood story while growing up. And my part of the story is about growing up without a fatherly love, which every child would have wished or can wish to have. Well, you see, I come from a very humble background. Um, with it's a family of 4 siblings. I and my brothers and sister. And at a tender age, at the age of 5, let me say 5, 6 years, my mom and dad divorced. And that was the beginning of suffering to me. As you know, girls are always daddy's favorite. I really loved my father. And growing up without a father, uh, it made me to be sad. I really wanted to grow with that fatherly love, but it's a chance that I never got. So I cannot tell what happened between my mom and dad, but they divorced. And my dad disowned us, and he said he doesn't want to do anything with my mom and with my brothers and sister, anything to do with his children. He never wanted to. He never wanted to be part of us. He even refused to take us to school at least. And I can remember vividly, we were not going to school by the time they were divorcing. So we used to go to the chief for them to divorce, and in front of everyone, he said, I don't want the mother and I don't want the kids. It's really sad. And of course, it broke my mom, knowing that I'm going to be, for her knowing that she's going to take care of 4 kids alone. By then, it wasn't easy.
Very difficult.
Yeah, it was very difficult for her. And life began from there, struggles. My mom could struggle. But there's a time that, at our culture, we are named after our grandparents. So firstborn and secondborn will be named on the father's side. Thirdborn and fourthborn, if it's a girl and a boy will be named on the mother's side. So since we are two girls and two boys.
Two boys.
Yeah. So my elder sister and my elder brother, they were named on my father's side. And me and my brother, I'm the youngest.
You are the last?
Yeah, I'm the last born. We were named after our mom's side. So they had to separate the kids.
So in the Kenyan culture, there some kids who have names from their mom's side and other from their dad's side.
Yeah, not particularly every tribe, but Kikuyu. I'm from Kikuyu tribe. That's how they name their kids. Okay, so the first children, if it's a firstborn, if it's a girl, she'll be named on the side of the father. Like she'll be named the mother of the father. After, you see? So
it can take time for me to understand that.
It will take time, but that's how we were named. So they separated us. They said those who are named on the side of my dad, they will go on my dad's side. And us that we are named on the side of our mom will go to our mom's side. So that's how we were separated at first. So after some time, like a month after the separation, my brother and sister, let me tell you, my elder brother and sister, they passed through a lot. Those kids, because they're on my dad's side. And you know, my grandmother, the mother to my father, also, he was part of us being chased away by our dad. He was part of my mom to be divorced by my dad. So they took these kids, my brother and sister, and they made them as maids. My sister, as long as I can remember, she was the one who was taking, like they were not going to school. They were doing the house chores, you know, washing. My cousins who were staying with them could go to school, but my brother and sister were not going to school. They suffered. At a tender age, my sister had to start working as a housemaid. I think when she was 13 years, as a teenager. So, and because my mom could not afford to take all of us to school, the school fees, of course, you've been divorced and you don't have anything. You're not earning a living. You're trying to put to put food on the table. You know, as a single mom, she really suffered. I owe that woman big. Like, she suffered with us.
Yeah.
So, so I got a chance of going to school because my grandfather, the dad to my mom, took me. My grandfather and my grandmom were like, let's take the last born, you know, because now life became hard for my mom. We could sleep in empty stomach, you know, like the only person who was lucky to eat if there's small food, it was me, you know, and as a last born. So even there's a point that we would totally have nothing to eat but this wheat flour, you know, for making ugali.
For ugali.
Yeah. And it's very little. It can only make porridge, 1 cup of porridge. My mom will be like, okay, you make the porridge without sugar, without anything, and give the last born. You others, my brothers and sisters, could sleep in an empty stomach. So, and Mark, remember, my dad divorced my mom and immediately he married another woman, you know. So the suffering was too much. We could move from one town to another just to look for better. Yeah, to survive. My mom is trying to look for employment, you know. Try to do business in one town. If it fails, she has to move to another town. And of course, you have to go with your kids. Whom are you going to? Yeah, 4 kids. Whom are you going to leave these kids with? And so life became so difficult for this woman, for my mom. She could not afford to take all of us to school, like I mentioned. There's a time I remember that she had reached her last point and she sent us to our uncle, now her brother. And my uncle took us to our dad.
All of you?
Yeah, the 4 of us.
So your mom took you, all of you, away from her?
Because now she wanted to go to another town. And now she was getting tired to move on with all the kids. She was like, let me leave the kids with my brother and then go and try. If it works, I'll come back
And
for my
take
kids.
them.
So this time, when she took us there, our uncle, of course, he also have a family. He has kids to take care of. So he took us to our dad. I remember it was around 12 p.m. during the day that day. And we found the wife now, the new wife.
So your stepmom,
our stepmom. She was married with a kid, by the way. We found our stepmom with her kid. And now, because in our home and where my dad was, this house, it's my mom who put the effort to build this house, because now where they were staying with the stepmother.
So when your mom and your dad divorced, your mom went out of the house.
Yes.
Then your dad get married another wife to the house of your mom.
Imagine, to the house that my mom built with my dad. They put the effort and built together, of course.
Yes, man.
That day when he came and found us there, he was so angry. He was very angry. He told us that, I told your mom that I don't want to do anything with you. Anything. So he took us back to our uncle, And now that's the time my grandfather took me, because they saw
this is too much.
This is too much. So my grandmother took me. I'm lucky that I got a chance to go to school because of my grandparents. I'm lucky. But for my siblings, my dear, they never went to school. They really suffered. At their tender age, they started working. Like I mentioned, my sister started working as a housemaid at the age of 13 years, and she suffered because, not all people are good. Some of them that have employed you, they will mistreat you,
Even the man of those houses.
Yeah. She was mistreated, Now life became difficult, but there's a time that my mom started a business and it went well. So of course,
finally God have answered the prayers.
Exactly. God answered her prayers, and she took, me, I stayed with my grandparents, but she took my brothers now, my two brothers, and now my sister was still working as a housemaid. So that's how we grew up, suffering. But for me, I can't say I suffered a lot, but at least I wanted to have that fatherly love. You understand? Yeah, I wanted to feel like I have a dad. I could see people at school when their fathers come to visit them, they're happy. And me, I'm like, it's not that my dad is dead, he's alive. And here I am. I don't have someone to call dad. But to cut the long story short, I grew up, I finished my primary school, I passed well. Now, from 6 years, I came to meet my father when I'm finishing my primary school. That was at the age of 14.
When you finish your primary school,
that's then I met my father.
You met your father?
Yes.
How?
So I had gone to visit my aunt. They stay in the same town. And I saw him. And by then he was working as a driver, matatu driver, if you know about matatu driver.
We Africans, we know.
Yeah, you have it? Yeah, in Kenya there are a lot. So he was working as a matatu driver, and I met him. When he saw me, my God, of course he was happy to see me. Me, I wasn't that much happy because, like I have not grown up knowing you.
You don't know him.
Yes.
It's like you
abandoned me when we were very young.
When
we needed you. But, I have a soft heart. He took me around that town telling people that, see, this is my last born. And she just finished her primary school and now she's going to high school. And she promised me, she told me, if the results come out, now this national exam, if the results come out and you passed, I will pay for your secondary school. Don't worry. I want you to learn. I want you to pursue your career, to become a big person in this world, you know. It was like, I want you to work in, even in banks, you know. I will take you to school. Don't worry. So the results came out. And I went, yes. And I went to tell him that I've passed. Do you know what my dad told me?
What is it?
I found him there with my stepmother, of course. And I told him that the results are out and I've passed. Of course, I'll join secondary school. And he was like, about school? Go and tell your mom. He broke my heart.
The same person who promised you.
He broke my heart. It was like, if it's about school, go and tell your mom. I cried that day. I cried because I knew my mom is struggling. Even I was stressed. I was like, will I really join high school? Because with this situation that my mom is suffering, will I join high school? So that day even, I remember, okay, my mom was staying in another town, but it wasn't far. It's like 2 hours to go there. Of course, I had to go and tell my mom about the results, you know. I remember going in a matatu, boarding a matatu to go to my mom's place. I didn't notice that I've worn my t-shirt inside out because of how I was stressed and I was angry at my dad. I was like, how can you promise? Why? What did we do wrong? If my mom wronged you, we are children that we don't know what happened between. We did nothing. At least show that sympathy, show the love, only love, you know. So I went and I told my mom, you know, dad had promised to take me to high school. But when I went to tell him about high school, this is what he told me. My mom was like, do not worry. God in heaven will not let you.
Amen.
Yeah. Do not. I love my mom because he always encouraged, and she has strong faith. She has strong faith. She told me, you'll go to school. And for real, she took me to high school. She took me to high school until I finished my 4th form. You know, I never met my dad again. I met my dad again when I was coming to Dubai now, to UAE. That time now we've grown, you know.
How you met him?
On
the airport?
No.
Escort you?
My mom was like, he is still your father. You know, a mother is always a mother. It's like, you'll never find another father. He is still your father. It's good that you inform him that you're traveling out of this country to get his blessing. My mom was like that. Just get his blessing. Tell him you're going.
Your mom is a living angel in this world. Because
after someone has done all this, before that, let me take you back. My brothers now, they grew up and they have families. My sister got married, but she didn't get married because she wanted to. At her tender age, at age of 20, she had to get married because now life is so difficult.
She didn't have any other choice.
She had no option. But I thank God that she got married to someone that is loving, you know.
Wow.
And my brother-in-law is a wonderful person.
Wow.
And of course, she's happy with her kids have grown, you know. You know, when men divorce their wives with their children, or when someone impregnate you and refuse to take responsibility, they think that this child will never grow up. Because at this point, I used to think my grandfather, the mother to my dad, and my aunt, who really wanted my mother out of that house, I think they were thinking we will never grow up. I don't know, they're forgetting that we will grow up. After growing up, they were surprised. That's the time they're like, these are our kids. These are our kids. So I was telling you that I was saying that after growing up, like my mom said that you have to tell your dad you're coming. Oh, I was taking you back. So my brother, when he got married, my elder brother, he lost his wife. He lost his wife. And of course, we told our dad. And at that time also, he really responded badly. Like he was like, don't come and tell me about, I didn't take care of you.
It's and like to be you have no, the sharp knife
you have
in
no
the
right
wound.
to come and tell me that you lost your wife. That's how he spoke, you know. But it's okay. So I met my dad after hearing that I'm coming to UAE, because he was happy. He was like, here now, she's going to earn. I'll get the support from her. And let me tell you, right as I'm speaking to you right now, you know my dad's last child. I'm the last born, but his last child is the same age of my second child. How? Because when he got married to this lady, they started giving birth. I think they have given birth to almost 5 kids, as much as I can remember. My stepsisters, they are like 5 of them. And the last one has not even joined school. Or maybe she just joined school, I think. Yeah, that's
Then
how.
your father is still young. But
He's
how
not
can he
young.
be young
He's
when
old.
you were
Exactly.
in this
I'm
age?
the last born at this age.
Yeah,
At
your
this
mom.
age. Yes, I'm the last. This man is old. He is old. So I think there's a time he started getting sick. That was the year of 2023. Getting sick without any reason. When he goes to the hospital, it's like, we can't find the disease.
Because he's old.
He stopped working, you know. He stopped working because he can no longer work. He's old. He's almost 70 years. He's old. How can you be working at that age? This is the age that you're supposed to relax because all of your kids are grown.
You're working, supposed to take care of
So I
you.
think this also contributed to her illness, to his illness.
Regrets.
Because, yeah, regrets and stress. Sitting down and he will be like,
I'm feeling
see
guilty.
my daughter, I'm feeling guilty. Why did I do this to these kids? But I forgave him. At first, I did forgive him.
Really?
There's a time I wasn't talking to him. After he refused to take me to high school, I was not talking to him. I kept quiet until the time I was now coming to UAE. That's the time I spoke to him. And again, my dad repeated the same mistake of lying to me. And this I'm talking of 2024. When I went home, he was like, because now we reconciled. Reconciliation happened, and he even came to our home place. He asked for forgiveness from my mom. My mom forgave him, and he was like, I'm forgiving him. I'm forgiving you, but I don't want anything to do with you. It's just forgiveness. Okay, we were all praying for this, you know. So my dad, no, my grandmother is still alive. The mom to my dad.
He is still alive.
She's still alive. My grandmother. She called my brothers, and of course, she gave them a piece of land.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, since you have you are not married, your sister is married. Me, I will give you a land. The piece of land that is mine, I'm going to give it to you. I was like, it's okay.
You trusted him?
I did trusted him. And I was like, it's okay, but it's not necessary. But he insisted to give it to me. But after some time, he called me. He was like, you know what? Let me sell this piece of land, and I will give you some money. I'll give you your share. And I was like, it's okay. Whatever you want to do me, I have no problem. So my daughter, just accept whatever amount of money I'll give you. I said, Dad, I have no problem with that. You know?
That time you were working?
Yeah, I was working. But there's a time I went home and I really needed money to do something. And he kept on promising. Whenever I call him, he's like,
tomorrow,
we'll talk about it. I will talk about it. He lied to me again for the second time. You know what? I got so angry and I called him. He disconnected my call. I texted him. I was like, it doesn't matter, he's my father. They say the father is the one who carries the blessing of the kids. I was like, at this point, I don't need those blessings. What does it take me for? I told him, listen, Dad, in all your children, I wrote him a message. I told him, please, don't ever look for me. Don't even count me as one of your children. I'm not your child. You have other children. Me, I'm not your child. And if anything happens to you, tell your family members to never tell me, to never contact me and tell me. I was angry. And then I told him, and if anything happens to me, I'll tell my people, I'll tell my mom, I'll tell my brothers to never contact you. And I wrote him this message. But, you know, they say we should fear God. I was living for 1 year, I didn't talk to him. The whole of last year, I'm talking of the whole of 2025, I never spoke to my father.
2025 or 2024?
2020. Now this is 2025. 2024 December is the time I wrote him a message.
Then
And
you spent 2025 without
talking to him, without wanting to hear anything from him. But I was feeling inside of me that it is not right, regardless of all he has done, the lies and whatever. He still remains to be my father, and I have to respect him as a parent.
Yeah.
So
no matter what parents do to us, we still owe them the respect.
Definitely.
Being our parents, that's the big shot.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. So one day I got the courage. I had even deleted his number, but I got it from my cousin. And I got the courage early this year. I was like, God, is 2026 and I don't want to hold any more grudges. And I got the courage. I called him. He was surprised. I called him. I was like, Dad, first of all, forgive me. I know I wasn't supposed to tell you what I told you as a child. Regardless of everything, you still remain to be my father. And I will never find another father. I carry your blood. So I told him, forgive me. And of course, we made peace. And now we are good. We are good. But
now you and your dad, you're good.
Yeah, we are good. We are talking to each other. I keep checking up on him. I'm like, he's my father. And you know what? If I don't call him or if I don't check up on him and God forbid something bad happens,
you never forgive yourself.
Exactly.
So it means you did it for yourself.
I did it for myself, by the way. I did it for myself. And I'm happy that we're in good terms, but we are not that close. And, you know, because of this, growing up without a father, I have that fear in me also. I don't want it to happen to my children, you know. I don't want it to happen to my children. I want my children to feel that fatherly love, you know, to be proud of their dad, to be like, Dad, I missed that. I really wanted to be like, Daddy, Father, you know.
Let's go to pray. I want to go, Dad will come
sit
to
down,
school.
discuss, you know, have a conversation as a father. But now, since I grew up without a dad, I cannot have that courage.
You live with that fear.
Yes, I live with that fear. And, you know, even if I sit down with my dad or I go and visit him, we will not have a deep conversation because
what to talk about?
What are we going to talk about? I didn't grow up with him, you know. And the most hurting part is like he was not dead. He's still alive. Okay, even if he didn't want to take responsibility, but at least the connection. Call, check up on us. How are you doing, my kids? Okay. You know, that's all I wanted. You know, I never wanted him to take me to places. I never wanted him to give me money. No, I wanted him to be a present father. You understand? So what I can tell a lot of men, if you're divorcing your wives, don't divorce even the kids. At least be part of your children's life. Be part of it. It really matters.
But a lot of things are happening these days, you know. You refuse to get married, no, to get divorced, one of you will kill each other.
Exactly.
You see this word?
Yeah. The world has turned into something else. And you know, yeah, that's my story.
It's not easy, man.
It was not easy.
Really, if your mom will see this, we really thank her. Thank you for not giving up on your child. Thank you for fighting and fighting. You're a really strong woman. You are brave. You did well. See the child you raised. She's amazing.
She did well. This woman, oh my God, I owe her big. You know, I always tell God, can you just keep her alive for me because I really want to surprise her in this life. You know.
So, Raham, tell me, how did your father's absence shape how you trust people these days?
I'll tell you, you know, my father's absence, first of all, it made me fear men.
There is no more fear women, it's fear men.
It made me to fear men. It made me not to have relationship. And to some point, I used to say, I grew up saying that I will never get married. I don't want to be married. I don't want to be married. It made me fear. It made me fear being into a relationship with men. Yes, I've been to relationship, but it used to trigger into my mind, what if I get a child? And God, the devil is a liar, because I got my first child and I knew that my baby would have a father, but the same thing repeated, and it really hurts me unto date, because I remember my baby, when she was only 2 years, she could tell me, Mom, I want to speak to my dad. And by then, the dad was nowhere to be seen. The dad never wanted to do anything with the child until to date. So that's the fear. You see the fear that I was talking about. I never wanted this thing to repeat itself. So and I told myself that, God, the next person that I will have, or the next person that I will have a child with, I just pray that he will be a present father. But God answers prayers, yeah? Yeah.
See, we might, for us, we can control ourselves. I can control myself, but you cannot control someone else.
No.
What you can do for me on my side is like, you trusted a person, you thought he will be there for the kids.
Yeah.
He disappointed you. What you have to do is to be a dad and be a mom.
Exactly.
You will not allow your kids to suffer like the way you suffered.
Exactly.
That's what you are going to fight for, because men, they come, they go.
Yeah, they come and go.
But it's better if they have a kids to take care of their kids. Like, just don't sleep with a woman without thinking that you take responsibilities of whatever comes out from that. Because that kids are innocent.
The kids are innocent,
Are
but
really
I don't
innocent.
know. I begged this man. I was like, I don't want you to do anything. I don't want you to take responsibility of this child, but I want you to be a present father. Call, talk to her. Let her know that I have a dad somewhere. Yeah. What this man also forget is karma is a bit, because what I see with my dad illness, I told my mom, this is karma. This is karma. Because whatever you did to your kids, you disowned your own children, thinking that it will go well with you. It will never go well with you. It will never. It's not a warning. It's not a threat. But karma, what goes around comes around. Yes.
But sometimes you don't need, people doesn't need to wait for karma. You need to you need to teach them a lesson before karma comes.
Exactly.
But it depends on what is it.
Yeah, it depends when
It's in your story. It's you really suffered emotionally.
I did.
How did you manage to overcome it, to survive that emotional trauma?
So, as I mentioned to you, I grew up with my grandparents, and one thing I thank God about my grandparents. They were God-fearing people, and they taught me to pray. So God became my best friend by then, and they used to love me. They loved me, and they made me to forget about whatever has happened. Because you see, I will tell you something. If I had stayed with my mom, single mothers sometimes they are very harsh. You think they are harsh on you because they hate you. No, it is the trauma, of being divorced. Like for my mom, she was very harsh on us. The beating and
that African mother we know.
African mother. She could beat you and you could see that I'm dying today. And she could even tell you, I will kill you and go to jail.
I will kill you and bury you by myself.
I think it's not because they hate you. I used to think she hates me, but it's not hatred. Later on, I came to realize, after getting my child, and now the dad is not there, I'm taking care of my child, and it's one child for her. Remember, it was 4 kids. Of course, you don't expect her to be laughing 24/7.
No, you can't.
So that's why she was harsh. That's, the trauma. So I was just saying, I overcome the emotions and these things because my grandparents were always there for me, and I was the favorite one of my grandfather, and we were so close. And I was happy staying with them. I was really happy staying with them, and of course, I've said that I used to pray a lot. I used to pray God, and yeah, yeah, it didn't affect me that much because, and staying with them, I could get everything that I want for them. Like, they were well up, I never lacked. I never slept in an empty stomach. I never stayed without eating. I was living a good life.
But you saw where it was coming from.
Yeah, I saw where it was coming from.
Apart from being like scared on having or fear in a relationship, what was the time you feel like you are done? Not in a relationship, in real life. Okay, let's start the time you decided, the time you take your stuff, you put in suitcase and you go to the airport and you come to UAE. How was the experience? How, like, in Africa, most of the people think that UAE it's not safe for women. But for that, it's not true. It's half true. I can say it's half true. You never had that fear that I'm going to somewhere they say, it's very, very bad. It's in your workplace. How was it?
At first, I was having the fear because by then I remember, by the time I was coming to UAE, there was these cases that for those ladies that have traveled to Saudi Arabia. Yeah. So even at some point, my mom was also scared. The idea came from my sister. By then, my cousin was here in UAE already. My sister was like, can you talk to your cousin? At least she can try to bring you to UAE and see whether you can manage there. And of course, I agreed. With 50-50, I was
50-50.
like, what if I go there and life becomes so difficult?
Harder than the way it is here.
Or I die, just the way I see. People never knew that UAE is different from Saudi Arabia. So they thought maybe when you go to
UAE is one word.
So I can say that I was excited. At the same time, I had mixed emotions, mixed feelings.
5 minutes happy, 5 minutes scared, 5 minutes you want to go back home.
But I remember when my visa came out, I was so happy, and entering inside the plane for the first time, it was a good feeling. So when I came, things wasn't easy. I didn't come straight to work. By then, we used to do this thing. It's called tarmacking. We could go from one place to another looking for jobs, dropping your CVs, So, and
walking, not even a taxi.
No taxi. Where is taxi money?
Do you have money?
Where is metro card?
No, in Dubai is I think 25 per kilometer.
No, by then it was 5 dirham. By then it will start with 5 dirham. It's now they keep on increasing.
Oh.
Yeah. But and they were clever. Somewhere that is very near, when you ask a taxi driver, oh, where is this place? They will just come inside, I'll take you, because they want
money. And they will go to the long way when there is a very, very...
Exactly.
Oh my God.
So I came my first day in UAE. They took me to a bed space. I could hear of bed space. My cousin will be like, I'll take you to a bed space, and from there I'll be looking for jobs. I didn't know what is bed space, only to find out that bed space is only bed. The way they are saying bed space.
Bed space, like
only bed. And these are beds that we used to use at school. Double deckers.
I know
the double deckers. So I was like, this is the life that I'm going to be living. So then following day, on my first day, I reached UAE at night. So the following day, my cousin came and we started tarmacking the very first day. We went to the cyber, printed out CVs, and now we started working. Tarmacking. Thank God I came when it's winter time. On December, it was not summer. Because if it was some, I don't know if I would have survived.
You could have went back home.
Yeah. So we are looking for jobs. You're not getting interviews. I remember my visa was for 1 month. I had to extend. And you're extending the visa. At the same time, you're extending your
Bed space.
bed space. You don't have money to take you to eat, But I thank God for my cousin. She used to bring me food from her workplace. She was working in a hotel. So when she goes to the cafeteria to eat, she will pack some food for me and bring it for me. And mark you, when I was coming to UAE, the money for the visa and for the ticket and for the bed space, my mom took a loan.
Oh my God, this woman.
My mom had to take a loan. She took a loan for me to come. So if you are looking for a job and you remember that you are going back home, where? Without a job, where? How are you going to start? From where? You get stress. So visa, my first month finished without I getting a job. We had to extend the visa. I call my mom. I tell her, you know what? We have to extend the visa. We need this much money. I think it was like 1,000 dirham. That is, by then it was around 20,000 Kenya shilling. The rate was very low. Where is she going to get the money? I left her with a lot of debts. Another debt.
You
but
cannot go back.
She said, but where is the money to extend the bed space? I don't have. What do I do? Okay. I remember it was on a Christmas Day. So the Kenyans that we were tamaking with, the people that we were looking for work together, invited me to their bed space, at least to have something. So I went and I met a friend there. He was a guy. And we were talking. I told him my situation, and he was like, you know what, your situation. Me, I used to sleep in parks when I came to UAE. And now, because I understand your situation, you see this bed space, he lied to me. Men are always men. He lied to me that bed space belongs to him. And he told me, don't worry.
I'll take care of you.
I'll take care of you. Go and bring your things, okay? As a friend. Okay, as a friend, not like as your girlfriend. Go and bring your things, and we'll be staying with you here until you get a job. Because you don't have money to extend what? Your visa. Your bed space, your rent. So I went, took my clothes, my belonging. I went and we started. Now you have to share the bed. Because where are you going to sleep? The bed space is packed, So me, I'm like, I'll share the bed with you. I'll sleep on the other side, you on the side, and please don't disturb me during the night, because if you disturb me, I'll just sleep on the floor. It's like, it's okay. He used to buy the food. I will wash the clothes for him. And not only for him, some people on the bed space, those who are working and who are staying outside, I used to wash their clothes and then they will give me money. Then I'll have money to eat food or have money to refill my NOL card for the Metro card, So this guy, to some point, he wanted to sleep with me.
Of course.
And me,
that's not a story.
My mind is not even there. Like, yeah, me, I'm stressed. I'm looking for a job. Do you think I have time to think about that? Man. So I remember there's a time my cousin came to visit me on that bed space. She came with a friend, a male friend, and she was like, this guy works in a hotel. You can give him your CV. He will go and give it to their HR. Just talking like that. And after we finished talking, I was seeing them off. When I came back to the room, this man has changed. Like, he's so angry. He even slapped me. I was like, why are you slapping me? I'm not your girlfriend. You're just helping me, I cried. He took my phone. He doesn't want me to call my cousin. But I remember I had written my cousin's number somewhere. I borrowed my friend's phone. I called my cousin. My cousin was like, what are you going to do? He's helping you. He's giving you somewhere to sleep. He's giving you food. You have to tolerate. I was so angry that day. I cried. And now, what made me angry, to my surprise, he was not the owner of the bed space. Now the owner of the bed space came to me. He was like, this guy has not paid for his rent for almost 2 months now. And I'm planning to kick him out. So I don't know what you're going to do. Now I became double stressed. I told my mom, and my mom was like, my child, if this is what you are going through, just come back to Kenya. Come back home. I'm like, Mom, I cannot come back home. Remember, you borrowed money for me to come here. Come what? Come rain, come sunshine. I have to get this job, no matter
You're
what.
even lucky that your mom is your friend.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
I'm telling you, you are lucky. You were able to tell your mom what is happening to you because she was your friend. There are some other people who don't even have anyone to tell.
Yeah, I know. There are some people.
If I tell my mom, it's another stress.
It's another stress.
Yeah. If I have a stress, but if I tell my mom, it's another stress.
To her.
So better to shut up and
I understand.
Deal with it by yourself. Whether you die, it's like
and I've seen cases that where people lose their life when they come to UAE thinking that life is gonna be good, but it turns out to be
in
worse.
The beginning, everything is, whether at your workplace, let's say you came and you get a job faster without struggling looking for a job, you get a job so easily, but you still have to deal with people at your workplace, people who have experience in UAE.
Yeah.
You still have to deal with them because they know what you don't know.
So yeah, and you work in a toxic place. Oh my God. It becomes difficult when you work in a toxic place. So yeah.
When you get a job, after all the struggle, you never gave up.
I never got. Now I renewed my visa. 4 days to the expiry of my second visa is the time I got a job through my cousin. Oh, I owe this girl also. She's such an angel to my life. So my cousin went and spoke to one of their managers, housekeeping manager. She spoke to him, and the manager called me. This guy is so good. He called me and he was like, "Can you come tomorrow for interview?" I was like, So I went for interview, and he even didn't interview me. He was like, he saw me and he was like, when the favor of the Lord is upon you. He saw me and he was like, Grace, my cousin was called me. Grace has told me everything about you. So, are you ready to work in housekeeping? He briefed me. He told me that housekeeping is not easy. Will you manage? I said, yes, I will. I will not.
You were managing the
I will manage on my head. Imagination. I don't know what is on the ground. I don't know the real housekeeping. What is the real housekeeping? So that's how I was hired. But before then, I was telling you that now I had to renew the rent. God said, send an angel to me. When this guy, the owner of the bed space, told me that I'm planning to kick this guy out because he has not paid rent, I spoke to one of my friends that I just met. He is from Zimbabwe, a very nice guy. And he saw me one day walking and he was like, you might if I give you lift? He said, it's okay, give me a lift. He gave me a lift, and on top of that, he took me for lunch. He told me also that I struggled when I came to UAE, and I know the struggle that people, and he never lied to me. He told me, I have my family here, my wife is working here, our children are here. I'll just help you as a friend. I told him my situation, and since I had signed the contract, he paid for 1 month rent for me.
Wow.
And he used to buy food and bring for me. He's so nice. Was
prayer works.
Yeah, and I think I can say that was a guardian angel sent to me by God. So this guy, the one that lied and slapped me, when he heard that I've gotten a job, he was so shocked. He was surprised. So that's how I got my job as a housekeeper. I moved into the accommodation, and since I moved into to the accommodation. Until today, I hate something called bed space. Really.
You know what happened to the...
Yeah, I know what goes around. I know what happens in bed space. You cook your food, you put in the fridge. When you come back, it's not there. People will be doing their stuff while you're there. So I hated bed space since then. So I moved into the accommodation. I started working. Now another stress came in. I never knew housekeeping is hard. The way you say that it's cleaning. It's not just cleaning.
It's emotionally, spiritually,
physically draining you
to be ready.
Yeah.
If not, you're going to be drained. And
I used to cry while working in housekeeping. I'll not like guys.
You cry?
I'll not lie to you. It's not easy to be a housekeeper. Yeah, I know that there's no job that's easy, but housekeeping is hard. I tell people.
But also, it's better than
it's better
without
than
having a job.
Yeah, but God favored me, like I told you. I didn't finish my probation. Within 3 months, my boss took me to the office as an order taker. So I was working in the office. Yeah, I worked with that company
as a coordinator.
Yes.
Oh wow, you're lucky, man.
Yeah, within 3, even people, the supervisor were like, "How? She has not even finished her probation. How?"
Yeah.
But it's when God's favor is upon you.
Since you joined UAE, was it there a time you feel like you're giving up? You are done when you started working?
Me, only that time when I was working in housekeeping. Those 3 months was hell for me. You can imagine you're being given 20 rooms. Sometimes I will not go for lunch, because I have to finish my rooms, and I lost weight. Anyway, if you work in housekeeping, you have to lose weight. Of course, you have to wait. Yeah, it involves physical work, I lost weight, and it was because you enter into a room and you find it very dirty. You don't know where to start from.
You just first cry and you continue.
That time, I was like, God, I'm ready to go back home. I'm ready. I'm giving up on this job.
What motivates you to not give up? What stops you to not give up?
What motivated me is remembering my background, where I have come from.
The life.
The life. I used to earn peanuts, yes. And now what I'm earning, I cannot even compare, And I was really looking forward to change my life, to change my mom's life, Because when I started earning, my mom was so happy. She was staying in a single room when I started working. When I moved, I came from Kenya to UAE. I changed. I was like, look for a 1-bedroom house. You need to stay well, and things started changing. So when I remember that life, I used to say, I can do it. I would wake up in the morning, pray God, and say, God be with me, and God had me, and of course He gave me an opportunity of moving from housekeeping and being sitting down only answering calls and do stuff. It's a journey. So if you're there and you're working as a housekeeper, or you're working as a stewarding, this hard, or a contractor, you're working in construction, don't give up. Don't give up.
It's hard, but you cannot give up. Just don't keep trying, and don't forget. Don't sit and feel like you are there. Try something new. Don't let these people lie to you that you cannot do it.
Exactly.
You can't do it.
Don't let anyone undermine you. You can do it. Yeah, that's my story. So far, so good. I thank God. Here I am.
See how you look?
Yeah. It's the Lord's doing, and hard work, of course. I'm grateful.
I was going to ask you to stand up.
To stand up and see me.
Yeah. You see this lady.
Me. This is me.
My God.
And I'm entering 4th floor. I'm so happy.
Oh my God. Really thank God for you, love, and thank you so much for sharing your story. I know a lot of people will learn from your story. A lot of people will be motivated by your story. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Just thank you so much.
Thank you also, Jesus. Thank you for giving me the chance to share my story. I feel relieved, you know.
Yeah.
Like I told you, I've been wanting to share this story.